How you doing, folks? Papa Joe here. Been a long day. Had a little bit of a mad on earlier today, so I didn't do a lot of videos. Trucking nonsense that I ain't going into. Maybe after it all finishes up and irons out, I'll tell you about it. But not right now. Let me turn this off. Made it over there to Coca-Cola to deliver. Only took 2.5 hours to kick it off. After I talked to y'all this morning, I got in that traffic jam. That cost me about 1.5 hours. So there was 4 hours between the two of them. People just don't care that we run off electronic logs anymore. It's all about them and how you getting along, truck driver. One of them deals. I'm sitting here at the yard. Well, by the yard. I ain't at the yard. It's right across the street. I'm over at Love's. I'm not going back to Texas like I'm supposed to. They got me running some stupid shit. That's part of the mad. That's part of what I'll tell you how it all irons out later. Welcome to trucking. I have to be careful what I say here on this because it's not all ironed out yet. And there are people around my company that watches my YouTubes. So I don't want to go running my mouth too early. One of my subscribers told me today that a little guy had made a video about me. He did a live stream is what he did. I went over there and checked it out. He trashed me hard. But no, I had part of it coming. I had tried to tell him to go watch those other 2 videos wherein one of them I'd apologize, but he had his own mad on because of mine, and I went on his wall and told him on that live stream, I said, look dude, tried to tell you check out the other ones. You know, I made that video when I was mad. That ain't what I normally do, but I did it. So, ouch, you tore me up. I didn't even go countering a bunch of stuff that he said. Wasn't no need. So I apologized to him on his wall. That's as far as I'm going with it. You know? Yeah, I was in the wrong to make that video when I was mad. No, I didn't take it down. But like I told him, he made his video when he's mad. He seen my mad video and it made him mad, and he made his mad video. Tit for tat. So, but without trying to trash him, and I'm not, but in his video, he says a lot of stuff in there that just ain't so. He got onto, grant you he's mad, you know, but still, even if you're mad, don't act like a Democrat and just say whatever makes you feel good. He was on there stating how my generation of truckers, we had the fortune of having paper logs, and we could run as fast as we wanted, as heavy as we wanted, and all the hours we wanted. Really? I was there, and I sure don't remember it coming down like that. Actually, I remember when I got into trucking, the speed limit was 55 for everyone nationwide. That ain't running as fast as you want to. It's been 80,000 pound limits for trucks for a long time, and longer than I've been in the industry. And as for the paper logs, yeah, we cheated. cheated and carried on. We had to make a living. I mean, it ain't like you seen a bunch of retired truck drivers run around saying, oh yeah, I lied and cheated on my logs and now I retired. It don't work that way. And we was being forced to. And his way of thinking is that, and he literally said it, now we have to deal with all the regulations because of the way they ran. No, that ain't how it works. Regulations come down from Washington, D.C., and them people have been passing laws on this industry without having a clue what they're talking about forever. It's more that pay-to-play nonsense, and these large corporations in the trucking industry that have a lot of money pay their people to go up there and sweet-talk these politicians and get shit passed that is in their best interest. And I guarantee you, if something in the trucking industry is in the corporation's best interest, it ain't in our best interest. At no means at all. I mean, that's like the speed limiters. Look and see who are the ones that are funding the speed limiter bills and trying to get them passed. It's the slow truck companies out here that's doing it, and they're doing it because they're wanting to slow the fast trucks down to make it an even playing board. If you want an even playing board, get the rates back up. Quit bidding so low on the freight. You're bidding so low, you can't make no money at it. So you're lowering the speed of your trucks to try to make it up in fuel. You're hiring younger and cheaper drivers, paying them less to try to make up for your cheap freight. That ain't how the industry's gonna grow. That's just hurting all of us. But that's an old battle, despite what some of them think. These are battles that's been going on forever. Then he was another one that attacked my dressing. He didn't like my Fu Manchu. And he says he had some kind of weird, and that's what he's doing, all kinds of weird motions and some weird face hair stuff hanging off his face. Really? I kind of like it. And I guess it's another one of them cases, if you don't like it, don't grow one. Of course, now he had a beard. A full beard. Nice and short. I've been there, done that before he was born. That got old. Evidently in that tape, and I didn't go look, I had one of my button shirts on and had it unbuttoned 2 or 3 or 4 things and had all that hamburger meat hanging out. Well, I guess he's talking about these man boobs, but they're paid for and they're mine. After he's been out here all these years and he's already getting to be a big boy, let him get another 20 years out here and let's see what kind of shape he's in. Of course, now he was drinking some kind of a green kale stuff. No. So, but like I said, I didn't go on there and raise a bunch of fuss with him. Wasn't no need. I'd just soon bury the hatchet. And if he don't want to, that's fine. I don't care. I'm trying to be done with it. So, and he called me a retard. Okay. And, oh man, does he drop the F-bomb. Now, he got talking about y'all in the comments and stuff that you left. And y'all don't even know how to cuss right, just so that you know. Your cuss words ain't even in proper use and structure. So, y'all need to learn how to cuss better. So, he's a very angry young man, and y'all know I've already said that a whole lot of that generation are very angry people. And he's another one with this hater. Oh, they're hating on me. Wanting to see me fail. And I did make the comment that he'll fail in 2 years. And he told me, thank you. Challenge accepted. If you're that simple-minded, you got issues. I'm sorry. If one fat old hillbilly making a video talking about some lot lizard that got me pissed off that's talking about you, and I make a video like I did, which wasn't the nicest and coloring him the nicest, but still, if something that simple, it makes it a challenge to you. Wow. Okay. And what is this deal about hating? Does the younger people even know the real terminology of hate? Or is it just a random word, kind of like the F-bomb? It's just something we just throw out there, you know? Well, I got news for him and anybody else. I'm not a hater. That's a Democratic phrase that they have been using to try to intimidate people and get people to toe the line for them. And I don't fall for it. You know, it's kind of like that PC nonsense, you know? It's just a trend. Let's do this. Everybody else is doing this. Everybody else is saying they're haters. They're hating on me. And that was what he was said several times. They're hating on me. The haters are still out there. They're hating on me. They hate my success. Well, I don't know if the kid's a success or not. I really don't care. You know, I do wish him the best, but what that boy does in his truck in his life has so little to do with me, it's pitiful. And then he got going on about that people like me are angry and don't want to see the younger generation succeed, and the whole thing is to love one another and help one another like he does. Well, that right there shows you he ain't got a clue about me. If y'all watch my trucking videos, I try to help people. I honestly do. I hope I come across that way. It's plumb crazy. That being said, he has passed judgment on me without knowing me. Guess what? That's what I did to him. So, you know, it's hard to really throw stones at him when I did it first. And I did. I let that little lot lizard run her mouth, and I let it get to me, which I normally don't. But I let it get to me, and I ran my mouth without fact-checking and checking the guy out, and I didn't give him a fair shot. I mean, let's just be honest about it. And I know, two bads don't make a right and all that, but that's beside the point. That ain't how the world works. So, I do wish I'd made immediately, after he made his comment, immediately, I told him there was more videos about him, if he would care to go check them out. Nothing, no reply, didn't go check them out or nothing. He done had his mad on. So, it is what it is. And after the election we just went through, I'm not surprised. I'm not surprised. And I could almost bet what way he leans. So, just about bet on it. Watch a little bit about our president. Personally, I think he's not doing bad to begin with. Some of the stunts that he does cracks me up. And my buddy that can't stand him. We was talking early this morning. He says, what do you think about Trump's latest terrible deed, the unforgivable? I'm like, dude, what are you talking about? I ain't got a clue what you're talking about. Oh yeah, Trump and Air Force One. You didn't hear about that? No. I knew he was having issues with the new one being built. It went over budget and stuff, and he was saying, no, knock it off. And it said he was going to stop the building of it, which they hashed something out. I said, all right, enlighten me. And I'm expecting some bad stuff from him, because like I said, he does not like Trump. He's a Trump hater. And he said that Trump ordered up Air Force One, and he went to get on it, and he climbed the stairs to get in it, and he just walked on in the plane. He didn't turn around and wave at the news media. And he said the news media is just all up in arms because he boarded the plane and didn't turn around to wave at them. Okay. You know? And there ain't a punchline, folks. The media is upset with him because he did not wave goodbye to him as he got on Air Force One. I said, now ain't this something? You got something to get your panties in a wad about, I reckon that ought to be one of them. So, but it's been a rough day on old Papa Joe. I'm fixing to go to bed, take me a couple melatonin. I have a whole 775 miles to run this weekend. I'm not real excited about that, but that's what I've got to do. And like I said, when it's all over with in a few days, I'll let y'all know what happened. Right now, I just be tight-lipped. I have spoken to the owner of the company. I mean, I let him know that the old man ain't happy. I'll try to work with you, but the old man ain't happy. And I allowed that I would give him time to investigate and find out what the hell's going on. See, and that's something it's something you can't buy, folks. I have a lot of experience under my belt, and the people, the powers to be, they actually want an old ornery fart like me because I'm reliable. He knows that you put the freight on my back and leave me alone, and I'll move the freight in a timely manner without any issues, without any drama, and I'll make both of us a little bit of money. I know how to get the stuff done. I'm not having to be taught. I don't need to be babysitted. And he knows that, and some of the other big wigs in the industry realize that, and they want to play off of it, and they want to profit from it. However, you have some that want to play drama games and get their feelings hurt, or whatever. And I'm not a game player. I was talking to my granddaughter. She called me, and I was talking to her. Then her mama got on the phone, my daughter, and we talked for a minute. And I said, honey, I'm really not in a real good mood, so I'm not going to be the best conversation that you've had. And she said, what's going on, Dad? That's just trucking nonsense, honey. Just trucking BS. I said, somebody's wanting to play games. And on my vest that I used to wear when I rode, it had my favorite patch. And it says, warning, does not play well with others. And that's what that daughter said. She says, warning, Daddy don't play well with others. I said, ain't that the truth? I said, yeah. Which, you know, little guy, he was trying to describe me. he don't care much for my appearance. And with my hair, he needs to look again. I mean, yeah, I need a haircut, but it is what it is. And all this, and my shirt and he looks like a trucker biker type. That's about the only thing he said correct in that video. So he did get that part right. So and I'm damn sure old school trucker, and I've never really considered myself a biker, but I used to ride. I know the code. But he looks like a biker trucker type. And I'd hate to see him coming into a shipper or receiver. How come so many think that you really need to be so dressed up nice and all this, and if all of us just walk into these shippers and receivers all nice and fresh and purty, that the image of the truck driver's going to change overnight? It ain't going to work that way, people. Since back in the 70s, before I was driving, thank you very much, the image of the truck driver started going down quick. And into the 80s and 90s, it was really going down quick. 90s, it started getting hit hard. And you're not going to reverse that if everybody cleans up nice and pretty and goes in there and carries flowers into them and all this. Take your box of chocolates. Guess what? You're still only a tool. You're at that window for 2 or 3 minutes. They barely even look at you, and they don't care if I have this or not. They don't really care. The only thing they care about, did you bring my freight or you come to pick up freight? They would prefer you not to stink, which I have gone into a couple stinking. Because when you're out here and you're really trucking, doing the stuff that these kids say that you can't do, sometime you miss a couple showers. Been known to do that. Y'all have seen me on here. My hair get a little oily. I'll be showering in the morning. I need a shower now. I didn't want to go do it tonight. I wanted to sit here and chill out, and that's what I've done. I've sat out here and chilled out, had a couple conversations, played around on the phone there. So, but believe it or not, folks, being all nice, pretty, and prim, wearing boots, cowboy boots and work boots, and carrying in your flowers and chocolates, it's not going to make you get loaded or unloaded any quicker, and it's not going to change the image of the drivers. You're still a truck driver. You're still a tool. Period. There's so many that want to act like they're changing the world. Now, you're a truck driver moving freight. You have one load out of millions. Don't blow it out of proportion and make it something it ain't. You're a piece of equipment. You're a hot ass in the seat, hopefully breathing. Well, if you ain't breathing, you ain't hot either, so we could have issues there. Alright, that's my venting. It's been a lousy day, and I'm going to bed and hopefully getting a good night's sleep. And I guess I got a nice slow weekend ahead of me. Y'all remember, God loves you, so do I. Even when I'm having a bad day, I still love you. Y'all have a blessed evening now. Good night.